Ladies and gentlemen, they say that there are more than 100 zillion organisms in this world, of which 7 billion are human beings. Of these 7 billion, many are born, many exist, and many go away, not remembered, not to have contributed anything, and not without any self-realization. There are only few who are not only fired by the curiosity and get self-realized, but still only fewer of them who can elevate others also on this path to self-realization. For us in Coimbatore, in Tamil Nadu, in India, and to many parts of the world, Sadhguru is one person who has influenced how many of us have thought and how many of us are lived. And we are extremely fortunate to have him here today. On behalf of all of you, I would like to say a heartfelt gratitude to Sadhguru for accepting our invitation. It's just fortune, I think, that his busy schedule allowed him to be in Coimbatore. On behalf of all of you, can I please request Sadhguru?
Jananam sukadam maranam karunam milanam maduram smaranam karunam kalavashadiha sakalam karunam samayadipate akilam karunam. Namaskaram. Good evening to everyone. I said good evening.
Sadhguru, pranams.
I'm very, must be my privilege, I'm with all the doctors here, but already Dr. Rajasekaran told me that I'm not good for business.
No, actually, when we were waiting, Sadhguru told me that he has had many fractures, but it all healed by itself. I told he is not good for our business at all, so… Sadhguru, so we are having a huge audience of more than 5,000 doctors from more than 18 countries. So all my questions are going to be many things that the people have asked you, but I'll ask from a medical angle. So as doctors, this is something that worries us or makes us wonder. Because we do see patients who seem to be at the receiving end of the wrong end of fate. How do you explain a patient going in a bus, sitting on the fifth seat in the center, nobody in the front 4 seats get injured, nobody behind him, but he gets grievously injured. And he comes to the hospital, and some people get all the possible complications when they go through the treatment. There are others who are involved in major accidents, but something seems to be helping them to get better so fast. It looks like there is somebody one hand telling, "Thou shalt live," and to the other person, "You have a bad fate, it's time to go."
This is a bad thing coming from a doctor.
Yeah, but it is a fact.
We won't tell anybody. See, what you call as physical dimension of life is a mechanical process. The very fact that you called it an accident, it means something unexpected happens. So, when two mechanical objects collide, what will break is nobody's guess, all right? That's how it is. That's the nature of physical existence. So we should not try to read any mystical dimensions into a simple mechanical situation, that's one aspect of it. But at the same time, as there is gravity, as there is weak and strong nuclear forces, as there are many physical forces which rule the mechanical aspects of life, there is a dimension. This word has become religious, so people will mistake this. Here in Tamil, we call it Arul. It's called grace. This entire culture is based on this, that Indian people, wherever they see anybody, somebody says he is a sage, somebody says he is a saint, somebody says he is a yogi, wherever people want to receive blessings, they want to accumulate. Because they understand that either your mechanical parts can work without lubrication and wear out quickly, you know the joints. If there is no lubrication, any machine will wear out quickly. It doesn't matter how good it is. It doesn't matter how well designed it is, how great it is. If there is no lubrication, it'll wear out. So there is a dimension which… there are many words in Sanskrit, but in English generally it passes off as grace. So if you earned grace, if you have become receptive to grace, there is lubrication. Where there is lubrication, there is no friction. So even a collision may not cause much damage to that one. But we should not read this into everything because mechanical objects, mechanical processes can happen in so many ways that need not be always seen as, some kind of spiritual or mystical stuff. But at the same time, those who are in grace will not get into that bus either. But it does not mean just because you have grace, you will not get injured, you will not die. Maybe it's a good thing for somebody to die today. I'm sorry, I'm saying such a thing. I'm saying for a whole lot of people, many things that they logically think are bad, if they examine it carefully in their life, it might have been the greatest blessing in their life. So, I must tell you this story. Is it okay?
Oh yes, we love stories.
This happened a few years ago. I like to go into vegetable markets, this is one of my fads. When I'm driving on the highway, if I see a shandy, I will stop, get down and get into the vegetable market. Well, I have no cooking coming, I can't take these vegetables and cook somewhere. But in India, buying vegetables is an art. In our families, they trained us from a very young age how to buy vegetables. For what you must buy, how. Different things. When we were young, our family's boys are trained how to buy fish, how to buy meat, how to buy vegetables, for which dish, what kind of vegetable you must buy, this is a big training process. So, I'm well versed in those things, so I get down and go around, bargain and bargain, because you must bargain, because it's not just about vegetables, this is a kind of an interaction. So I bargain everything. When they come down to my price, I just give them the money, not take the vegetables and go on, because I have not come there for vegetables, I have just come for the experience, just trying my skills. So, one day I went in Bangalore city into a vegetable market. There was a small vegetable shop, very small one. A man was sitting behind, I just looked at him. He was just a shining being. I just looked, my God, what is he doing here? Then he turned and looked at me, our eyes got locked, and I just looked at him and he burst out laughing. I also laughed and went up to him and asked, what the hell are you doing here, selling vegetables?